Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to reinstall your MacBook from an empty hard drive. So the other day, I have a problem where my Mac cannot start for whatever reason. So it just cannot boot into macOS. And then because I cannot enter the macOS, I will not be able to create a bootable USB to reinstall the Mac from the USB flash drive. So this is my only option. So I have to replace my SSD for my MacBook. So this is MacBook 2015 Retina. So I have another video that will show you how to replace the SSD or hard drive for this MacBook. And then assuming you have an empty SSD, then you can follow this guide to set up the macOS from an empty hard drive. From there, you need to access the internet and download the Mac installer. So first, you will need to turn on your MacBook, and then right after you turn on, you need to hold the Option, Command and R button to access the recovery. And from there, you will see this menu for you to select the Wi-Fi access point. And then from there, just input your password and then you are good to go. Just press next. And then you'll be greeted with this loading screen. And then after that, you will go to this menu. From this, you can reinstall macOS, and there's also this utility. So if you have an empty hard drive, you'll need to go to this utility first to format the hard drive properly. I'll show you how. So here you click on your disk. Probably you have your disk name already, but if you haven't, you probably see that as the first disk that is listed in the list. What you need to do, you cannot just erase it like this because you need to format the hard drive according to the GUID partition table. So first is to view all devices or show all devices. So from here you can see the root of the hard drive. So here you can press erase, and then from there you can select GUID Partition Map, which is the format that is supported by macOS. And then from there I will recommend you to format it as APFS, which is the modern file system for macOS. Alternatively, you can also choose macOS Journal for the older version of macOS. But for this MacBook 2015, from the internet recovery, it will automatically choose the latest one, which is macOS Monterey for my case. So after that, it will show erasing hard drive, and then you are good to go. Erase process is complete. Then you need to quit the disk utility by accessing it from the top menu. And then if you have the time machine backup, you can actually recover it from here. But if you don't, if you really start from empty, you can press reinstall macOS Monterey. Just follow the menu, you press continue, and then press agree. Just follow along, and then select your SSD in which you need to install the macOS into. This one, for my case, it took many hours, and then I left it overnight. And then I occasionally check it overnight, and then this is the loading screen that I'm seeing. And then the next morning, I'm happy that the macOS has been installed properly. So this is just a setup screen. So you can follow along or you can do it by yourself. So this is very easy. Just continue or set up your accounts if you need to. So everything is here. Here you can also put in your account name and the passwords, and then set up location, services, and so on. So you can follow along if you feel you need to, but you can quit now. And thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more. Yep, so finally this is the main screen of the OS. That's it guys.